Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am casting this NGS Division A matchup between Boogans Forever and Tricky Gooses. Now, you might notice, or maybe you might not notice, that today's match is not live. It is currently September 1st, and today there is a demonstration to, it's called A Day Off Twitch, and it's a demonstration from streamers to let Twitch know that hate raids have no place in our community and that we need concrete action to protect our communities. So that's why this isn't live. This is just going straight to YouTube. So, hey YouTube, hopefully we got some people watching, but the teams are ready to go and we're just going to have ourselves a normal cast. Just isn't live today. Let's get into it. We're going to Towers of Doom for game number 1. Quick rundown of the map bans you might have seen earlier. Battlefield of Eternity, Sky Temple, Braxis Holdout, and Volskaya Foundry have been banned out, and it is Tricky Gooses that are bringing us here to Towers of Doom for game number 1. I'm going to be looking over at chat a lot. There's not going to be anything there, but it's just a force of habit. I'm going to be looking this way. Opening bans. Fast and Furious here. We've got Vala and Tychus removed as damage options. We've got Stitches taken off the board as well. One sort of interesting thing about the current patch we're on is we haven't really ironed out, besides maybe like Nazebo, what the highest bans are. I mean, and there's even maps like Towers of Doom. Do you even go Nazebo here? We're going to see that banned out as the spider build is very, very strong. But, you know, it's not that snap first ban the way the Zagara was, the way that Vala was, the way that, you know, Stukov and Lucio were at their height. It's a pretty cool meta that we're in right now. I'm wondering how it's going to shake out, if we are going to start to see those sure bans, but right now it's a fun time. Boogans Forever going to lock in the Dahaka first pick here, and we're going to see a Garrosh Stukov coming in early for Miniken and Key. Immediate Anduin answer to try to save people from those throws, and Cambella's going with the Lunara here. Lunara got a little bit of a buff in the last patch. Interested to see whether it's going to be the Hippity Hop on 1 here for Cambella's, or if it's still going to be that Sentinel Wisp for extra vision. In competitive, I can see the vision probably still reigning supreme, but being able to just run away from a mounted Garrosh could be useful. Could be useful, just saying. Johanna going to be the ban here from Tricky Gooses. Pretty good into Garrosh, I would say, just being able to turn on that Unstoppable. And we're going to see a Maiev ban from Boogans Forever, wanting to remove a possible engage option that Garrosh tends to lack. So, Boogans Forever. Some good counter drafting so far, but we'll see if Tricky Gooses can bring in the pain here. We've got a Zool coming in for Elf Boy, and Birdie going to be on the Greymane. Greymane, sort of a classic PvE hero here on Towers of Doom. Very good at taking the sapper camps, very good at getting quick siege done on those walls if he can get up there. And we'll be able to burst follow up with this Garrosh Stukov lockdown combo. Boogans Forever looking for their last 2 picks. Need a flex, need a tank. What are their thoughts here? It's going to be the Anubarak here for Bummerknot, and Li Ming will be the choice for non-champion. So Li Ming Lunara for Boogans Forever to help with the follow-up. Tricky Gooses got the flex position here. Duck considering the options. You know, I wouldn't hate something like a Tracer, to be honest here. I don't know if they play it, but going and harassing Li Ming and Lunara could be helpful. Going a different direction. Duck is going to go with the Deathwing here, looking to create a little bit of extra space, possibly just zone Boogans out from these objectives. Alrighty, we'll see if there's any switcheroos. Looks like everyone's happy with their picks. Oh, Birdie going to the Deathwing, and Duck is going to be on Greymane. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alrighty. Well, game number 1 is shaping up here. Looking at the 2 comps, Some very good zoning opportunities from this solo backline Greymane comp on the side of Tricky Gooses, but some strong poke from the side of Boogans Forever. We'll see who can outlast on these points, if the flanks can be exposed by Lunara Li Ming, or if Garrosh Deathwing Zool is just too much beef to get through. Let's find out.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Alrighty, game number 1 is underway here. On the left in the blue, we have Boogans Forever. Bummernot is on the Anubarak, non-champion playing Li Ming, Cambelas is on the Lunara, Thundercats playing Anduin, and Tompiece is on the Dahaka. On the right in the red, we have Tricky Gooses with Elfboy on the Zool, Key 1108 is on the Stukov, Birdie playing Deathwing, Miniken is on the Garrosh, and Duck is playing Greymane. Here we go, game number 1 is underway. Looking at our level 1 talents, we do have the enhanced agility here for Dahaka. Looking to get in and out of trouble here versus this threatening front line. And it is going to be the health quest, Regeneration Master, for Anubarak as the throw goes in, but able to burrow out of there before the Root of Zool could connect. No questing talents over on the side of Tricky Gooses here. Ooh, a nice interrupt may have saved Bummernot there. Anubarak taking some hits here in the early going. But the rotations will commence. It's non-champion. Gonna get to the bottom lane versus Birdie to start things off. Tanks going ahead and meeting on the rotation there for just a moment. As both teams not wanting to drop any experience here on the rotations. Lunara actually hanging out in the mid lane. Helping out Tompiece a little bit. Dahaka, you know, not a weak double soaker by any means. Oh, Thundercat could be in trouble as Miniken getting the throw. That is the unrivaled strength there on 1 for Garrosh. Getting that extra throw range, which can be very useful around these gates. Able to throw people just a little bit further and over some larger walls than you might otherwise note. This is something that Garrosh can pick up here on towers, and it's something that you especially see on Alterac Pass. So watch out for those extra long throws here. Speaking of level 1s, Lunara did go with Sentinel Wisp. I was hoping for the Hippity Hop. I like any move speed talent. Move speed talents are awesome. Silence comes out onto Bummernot, but Anubarak is able to step away here. So far, the zone potential looking very, very good here for Tricky Gooses. Boogans Forever being forced back a little bit at the gate. Trying to clear these at range, but Lunara in the mid makes it very, very difficult to step up and clear this wave. One sapper going to connect there. Bummernot and Thundercats being forced to back up here. Great heal. Is it going to be enough? No, Thundercats is thrown back. Silence Zone is out. The burrow charge will not be enough to save Anduin. The first blood of the game goes over to Tricky Gooses. If we take a look at the experience here, Boogans Forever are a little bit ahead on the minions. Pretty close, but a little bit ahead here. Now falling behind as Dahaka trying to step up and clear that wave. Have to catch the top wave as well. We'll see if they can maintain or advance that XP advantage that they did have briefly. First objective, first 3 altars are coming up here. Miniken stepping forward. We're going to see the root come out of it as Garrosh taking a big chunk there. Nice lineup by non-champion. Li Ming going with the triumvirate there on level 4. I was wondering if we were possibly going to see a magic missile build coming out from non-champion just because it's so reliable to hit Deathwing. See what the build ends up being. This Thundercat's going to get another root there. Nice follow-up stun onto Miniken. Trying to move forward with 1 Bloodthirst. Dahaka in the back's taking some big damage. Tompiece has to burrow underground, but it's going to be Garrosh first to fall in the battle of attrition. Boogans Forever picking up their kill, and it looks like they're going to be grabbing the bottom altar. And we'll go 2 for 1 on these objectives. Definitely the start that Boogans Forever wanted against this heavy zoning comp of Tricky Gooses. So both teams are going to achieve level 7 at basically the same time. Dahaka taking a little bit of hurt here versus Elfboy in the top lane, but we'll see if Zool, yeah, that extra wave clear Allows Zool to skip on out of there very quickly. Sapper camp's coming on up. We'll see if there's going to be any invade opportunities. It looks like both teams happy to just go ahead and pick up their own camps. Miniken wants to come across here. The clear is fast enough from Boogans Forever. This non-champion gonna head on back, get those mana stores replenished. Checking in on the mid lane once again. Elf Boy pushing into tower range. Tompi's catching the wave at the gate. Garrosh watching for flanks here. Non-champion gonna come across the lane. We see the danger pings come on out. There's the throw onto Li Ming. Is there gonna be a follow-up? Duck is ready, and there goes Li Ming. Tricky Goose is on point there with the follow-up. Nice flank from Miniken. Boss has entered the map and will likely sit untouched for the entire game, but you never know. You never know. Still nice to hear the Headless Horseman's laugh ring out across the map. The wall is going to be taken out here. Bummer not thrown in, able to get the burrow charge before the silence pool came out. Look at that wave clear coming from Deathwing, so powerful in this setup. Non-champion looking for a channel here. Key gonna get the first interrupt with the, is that long pitch? That is long pitch. Stukov gonna be able to interrupt from a safe distance. Another burrow charge out here from Bummer Not. Thundercats gonna be rooted in the back, and Birdie is going in. Thundercats able to get away from the Cataclysm, but the zoning is real, and Key is gonna get the channel here for Tricky Gooses, as well as level 10 for the red team. See if there's anything too crazy coming on out here. It is going to be the go for the throat from Greymane, fully committing to the blow-up. We've got the taunt here from Garrosh. Burn beneath my shadow from the Deathwing. Interesting here on Towers of Doom. Poison Nova from Zool, and massive shove as Bummer Not sent to the back. Taunt comes out, but the silence pool I think is a little bit off. Bummer Not still gonna go down here. Counter kill possibly onto Key. There's the Into the Fray. Oh, getting below 10 health. The Lunara poison is enough. There's the laser coming on out. Oh, what a great drag onto Miniken. They find the kill, but they're gonna lose 3 for it. Oh no. Oh no, Dahaka's caught. Duck is looking for the kill here, and Tommy's going down. Miniken with the last gasp kill. Good Garrosh play there from Tricky Gooses. Selfboy continuing the double soak dominance here. With Dahaka down, Inubarak is going to have to catch the top wave. No one catching the mid for now for Boogans Forever. Just trying to get a little bit of damage in onto the bottom wall before they head on over to their Sapper camp. Very good macro timing from both teams here. Making sure to get these Sappers as often as possible. Not be caught with a choice to do them or go to the objective. The soak's been good. Just a great showcase on Towers of Doom macro from these Division A teams. It is going to be a double altar phase down here in the bottom lane. Dahaka in the top lane. Deathwing actually taking the top camp right now. As Zool looking for a flank. Elfboy still out of vision. Deathwing going to be able to global into this fight. Going into the air now. Key looking for a channel here. Thundercats had the next interrupt. We've got a channel over here on the right-hand side. Tompi's with the drag. There's Lunara with the blow-up, and Greymane is going to go down here. Elfboy in trouble as well as the laser connects. Non-champion was in trouble there. Tompi's with the drag onto Miniken, and that's going to be Garrosh going down here. Birdie looking to channel the bottom side altar. We'll see if Lehman can get here. Yes, the Disintegrate Beam with such a range. Boogans Forever are going to grab both of these altars after the triple kill. Dahaka continuing to double soak there in the mid. Zool just now spawning. About a level ahead here are the Boogans, mostly on the back of these hero kills, even on minions and basically even on mercenaries here. We see the ult from Anduin trying to save Cambella's. Duck is going to go straight in there. The Earth Shatter from Deathwing will not catch anyone on the retreat. And they get a little bit of chip damage onto this structure, but not an awful lot. Not an awful lot. Miniken will be scouted out there by the Wisp. As Dahaka looking to catch that mid wave that's crashing once again here. Garrosh fishing there with the Groundbreaker. Looking for an opportunity. There's the cocoon, though. Bummer not going straight in there. Duck going in is going to get rooted. Into the fray comes out to save the Greymane for now. Tompiece being thrown back as Miniken going in there finds the triple taunt, but is the follow-up there? Yes, Birdie with the long-range Molten Breath is going to finish off the Lunara, but the counter kill on the Greymane is good. Key in some trouble here. Non-champion starting to reset. Can Miniken be stopped? Impale comes on out. Whoa, the big combo from non-champion. And we actually do see the Seeker on 7. So that is going to be some good anti-Deathwing tech from non-champion there. Uh-oh, Elf Boy could be in trouble. Bummer not coming on down. There is the Bone Prison. Oh, great dodge low on the Impale. Miniken going to get the throw into tower range. The Burrow charge up and available. Bummer not did not commit to that ability in the Zool gank and will survive for it. Will we just have a 1-for-1 here? Garrosh guarding on the right-hand side. The Wisp looking to scout ahead, but it looks like we're... Oh, Deathwing's actually interrupting the left-hand side here. Gonna need at least, I believe, 2 channelers, possibly more. Tompiece. Yeah, they gotta just keep on clicking here. Deathwing will eventually run out of these. And there it is. Trying to buy time for an invade. Dahaka digging on down here. There's the isolation stun. Key trying to move back here, but the follow from Bummernot is in, and Stukov is out. Good job on the invasion there. Miniken gonna get stunned here. Another leaping strike from Cambelas. Big taunt comes out, but non-champion, is there gonna be enough damage? Lunara Poison will take down Garrosh. Another double kill here for the Boogans. That mid-tower is seriously hurting here as Zool just continuing to push into these towers. Will the Archer Shot get off? No, we've got a 25 health fort here as Zool continuing to push in. Greymane going to take the top camp as Tompiece trying to respond. On the bottom side, Boogans Forever going to take this camp. Bummer not taking the full level 16 Molten Breath there. But it will be bottom tower going over to Boogans Forever. Top side, going to be in trouble here. Tompiece not going to be able to... Oh, Zool actually picked up on the backside. Non-champion with the fadeaway connection there. Key being chased out by Bummernot and crew. Greymane would, is thinking about stepping up to that tower as Bummernot sent in. There's the taunt, but the pole going to come on out from Anduin to save an Uberak. Doesn't look like... Deathwing might be able to just go in the air and... I think... No, you need vision. You need vision. So you can't just skyfall that fort down. That would be pretty funny, though. Triple Altar Phase is coming out here. Cambella's going to grab the bottom right channel. Looks like Boogans are just happy with the 2-for-1. Miniken going to come across here. Will the interrupt be in time? No. Tompiece is going to get the channel. Cataclysm comes out from Birdie, looking to get the reset. Going to go into the air here, actually. Cheeky play from the Deathwing, using the Cataclysm to confirm that structure.
The Gravekeeper has taken a tower.
So that'll be something for the Boogans to deal with here. So it is now up and available. They don't have a minion wave, but they do have an Uberak, so the Beetles are going to tank this handily. Seekers chunking down that structure, but meanwhile on the bottom side, this tower going to be going back to Tricky Gooses. And Zool still has the structure advantage here on the top side. That's rearing to go down as well. Could Boogans be thinking about a boss here? I think they were looking for Zool on the rotation, but now Zool in the mid lane. Right side Sapper Camp going to be worked on by Tricky Gooses. Left side up in 20 seconds. So we'll see if the invade from Miniken will be successful this time. Dahaka on the way down. Zool clearing out the top lane. Both teams they're pretty close on their way to level 20, despite the kill difference. Taking a look at the experience, it's the mercenary capture and the little bit of mercenary, but mostly minions that Tricky Gooses are ahead on that's keeping them fairly even, despite the 12-5 kill count. Top fort in trouble. Tompiece trying to stay in range to clear out this push. as we do have a single, whoopsie-daisy, single altar phase in the bottom lane coming up next. Dahaka will have the global to come on down here, and it looks like this is going to be the big stand. Non-champion sent to the back line. Armornaut thrown in there. Silence comes on out, and Nubarak could be in trouble, but the save from Anduin is good. Cataclysm from Birdie. There's a big protect coming in from Anduin after the Poison Nova went out. Gonna save a significant amount of damage from that Zool ult. Dompiece burrowing on in is going to get the next interrupt, popping the Essence in order to stay healthy. Miniken trying to send away the engage. Elfboy in some trouble here is going to get stunned. Zool chasing out Campbellas. It's going to be Zool for Lunara to start things off. Dahaka going to be the next to go down here. Birdie with those huge Molten Breaths in these corridors is doing a ton of work right now. Thundercats could be in trouble here. Garrosh trying to get the chase, and that's Anduin going down. 3 for 1 here for Tricky Gooses, and they're not done. Bummernut is thrown in, and Nubarak is going to go down for a 4th kill for Tricky Gooses. They may be looking for more here on the channel. Birdie going to get the clear on the bottom side. Key going to step up, but there's no minions in range. Duck on the way here. Trying to bring the minion wave. Deathwing. Up in the air, could be trying to cap the top side. It's Li Ming clearing the mid. There's Deathwing on the top side, going to be looking for the maximum number of shots off this objective. Still 15 seconds till anyone's back on the side of Boogans forever. Oh, Birdie could actually be in trouble here. There's the Molten Frame. Like, is it going to be enough here? Non-champion is chunking away. The fort does not fall. The minion wave might get it done, though. The minions are on the way. Non-champion wants the kill onto Birdie. Will get it. Miniken looking to kite these minions in, and that's going to be the top tower going down. Non-champion with a great teleport here, but Elfboy. Ooh, the long-range teleport of Li Ming going to save from the flank. And all of a sudden, Boogans down to 1 structure here are on the back foot. We've got to take this map back as Dompiece. Oh my goodness, Dompiece. Oh, barely Heart Sun out of there before Miniken can check. Non-champion. Trying to set up this top side clear here for Boogans forever. Anduin going to help out Campbellas here on the bottom side to try to even out the map. Tricky Gooses. Realize they're not going to be able to do a whole lot to defend here. Just going to go ahead and pick up the boss and send 4 more shots into the core. All in all, starting to even up the core count. 16 to 12 now. Uh-oh, Thundercats and Campbellas could be in trouble. There is the 6th sense coming on out from Anduin. They give up the camp, but they do not give up their lives. Pretty good trade, to be honest. Pretty good trade. But Tricky Gooses, they've got the momentum right now. Mid-fort is starting to take some damage from this push. Sappers are being held here by Bummernot, so they won't crash into the tower. We have a single altar phase coming up here as Miniken is going to be scouted out by that Wisp. Dahaka headed up to the top lane. Get the next wave, get the next pressure to not allow Zool to just freely take the structures here. Birdie. Going to be scouted there. Looks like Boogans not going to go in. They may go for the fight here, though. Garrosh going to get cocooned. Oh, Duck is in trouble here. The long-range engage, and Greymane is down. What a pass there by Boogans forever. There's the Zool ult coming on out. Silence onto 2, silence onto 3. Double throw from Miniken. Campbellas is in huge trouble here. Lunara is down. 1 for 1 here with the Greymane. Tongue Drag gonna land onto Key. Stukov trying to get away, but Stukov the next to fall. Non-champion is starting to reset. Elfboy is down. There's the huge protect from Anduin. Anduin pulls off the ult before dying. Miniken and Deathwing, the only 2 alive. Oh my goodness, Thundercats. Thundercats, be careful. Garrosh goes down. Boogans forever with a 4 for 2 are gonna look for this bottom keep. My goodness, the last second ult from Anduin. Such plays from both sides. Really nicely done there. Thundercats able to heal on up. Is that the level 20 ult from Anduin? Yeah, Light of Stormwind coming on out. The triple spread. Deathwing gonna get the interrupt. Trying to spread out evenly. Still getting both here, but Deathwing's gonna run out of charges pretty quickly. Having to spam those out. Deathwing can basically infinitely interrupt one person. Can interrupt two people fairly frequently for, I think it's at least like 12 seconds. But 3 people is pretty tough. 3 people's pretty tough. 16-7 on the core health here. As Boogans Forever look to defend this bottom base, but Duck is already on the chase here. Minions are crashing in. Disintegrate is going to clear away this wave. Tahaka on the top side, starting to put on a little bit of pressure, which means it's only a 4v5 right now. Tahaka's got limited space to actually come in here. There's that one bush right down here, but that's about it in terms of being able to join the battle. Birdie just poking away with that lava pool, going to put out the Molten Breath as well. It looks like Boogans will not be able to defend any longer. Birdie going in with the Cataclysm, but Boogans are out of there. Tahaka, pushing on the top side here, does have this camp. See what the response is going to be. Both teams working on their sapper camps here on the bottom side. See if there's going to be any response here. Zool going to clear away the mid. I think Tahaka's taken this whole tower. The minion wave is in. Unfortunately, a lot of them are focusing on the well, but there they go. Next tower has been taken. Sappers are going to meet here on the bottom side. Mostly cleared away by both squads. It is only a single altar here, so the game will not be ending on this particular channel. We're not going to meet Birdie in the brush there. Tahaka thinking about moving in. Key is starting to channel here. There's the interrupt. Oh, Tahaka's moving in. This is the engage. Boogans want it. There's Miniken going to be put into the cocoon. Stun out onto Key. Silence hitting as well. Stukov going to be the first to go down, but there's a lot of damage out onto the side of the Boogans. Big Taunt comes out. That's Lunara down. That's Tahaka down. The Anduin ult could not come out in time. Still, Thundercat's in huge trouble, and Anduin's going to fall. Non-champion not able to get away from Garrosh here. Bummer not with the burrow charge. We'll see if it's going to be enough here. Duck on the chase. Non-champion with the next teleport. Oh my goodness, Anubarak trying to get away here, has the impale, but, there's the, Anubarak didn't get the burrow charge up in time. It's a 4-for-1 here for Tricky Gooses. Non-champion trying to get the combo on a Duck there, almost hit, honestly. But Li Ming, the only one up on the battlefield right now. Boss is up and available. Let's see what Tricky Gooses can do here. Even up the structure count to 3-3. I assume they're going to rotate through to mid and try to take that as well, but Boogans Forever. Most of the teams coming up in 10 seconds here, as Birdie going straight in with the Cataclysm. But Anubarak still down for 25 seconds. Right now, Tricky Goose is split around the map, trying to take as many structures as they possibly can. Tompi's going in, going to put a little bit of damage onto Birdie. But Tahaka not going to be able to get the pick onto the unstoppable dragon.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
So, going up 5-1 again in structures is Tricky Gooses. They're going to jump onto this boss, taking it away as a possible win condition for the Boogans, and that's going to take the core health to 9-7. Boogans going to take back this bottom tower here. It is a double channel. By taking back this bottom tower, let's see here. Not going to work on the top side. Instead, they're going to move to the objective. But it's only 3 shots per channel here for the Boogans right now, which means they can't win even with a double channel. However, if they get enough kills in the fight to where that they can control both altars and take a structure, it could be game. Both altars will win the game for Tricky Gooses. Tahaka channeling the bottom side. Tompiece is going to be interrupted by Deathwing. Bottom tower actually goes down here for the Boogans. That's a big deal here. Bummer not going to get the cocoon. Oh, and has to move in as the Disintegrate Beam wasn't in range. Elfboy popping the ult, and that's Stukov going to be the first to go down. Deathwing is dropping. Tahaka has the channel. Oh, Tahaka's come in, didn't get the channel on the bottom side. Anduin is going to be going down. The healer for healer. Duck is low on the outside. There's the double hit from Bummernot, and Miniken is going to go down. Traded out for Lunara here. Elfboy and Duck trying to get away. Greymane is hearthing to safety. But that's not going to be enough. That's going to be game. Birdie's being chased out here. Tompies wants the last hit, won't get it. But these channels are going to be game. Bummernot has the top side. They didn't even need to wait. Non-champions got the channel, and the Boogans forever, are going to take the victory. Well played. GG. Very, very close game there on Towers of Doom. Boogans forever able to come on back in the end, taking those last team fights, doing a really good job of removing Garrosh from the fight and finding that dive onto Stukov. Very nice coordination there in those final moments, but they had to weather a serious storm there from Tricky Gooses, turning things around like crazy in those late game fights. But man, very well executed by both teams there. I'm excited for the rest of this series. Taking a look at the damage, we see Li Ming cresting 100,000 damage with that Seeker setup. Nice job by non-champion. Over on the side of Tricky Goose's Deathwing topping out that damage, those huge Molten Breaths. Over 71,000 hero damage there. Take a quick look at the talent screen as we update the scoreboard and get ourselves ready for game number 2. There we go. Taking a look at the talents, yeah, we see it was the Seeker there at 7, pairing alongside the Mirror Ball at 16, dealing huge damage to those stationary targets. Disintegrate had a lot of fantastic interrupts there on those channels as well. Looking at anything else, seeing if there's anything out of the ordinary. We did see that unrivaled strength there from Garrosh, able to get the extra long throws to really move Boogans out of position there. And yeah, there's that big stack. Wicked Inferno into Conflagration is a huge, huge damage setup for Deathwing. Alrighty. Looks like we do have our next map chosen. We're going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen, as chosen by Boogans Forever. There we go. Looks like we're all set and ready to go. We'll give them the caster ready, and we'll be getting into game number 2. No break required. This will be an exciting one. I'll have to see whether the sort of heavy frontline setup remains here for Tricky Gooses, or if they've got something else in mind. Thinking about the comp on the side of Boogans Forever. Probably wouldn't run that again. Dahaka on Tomb isn't as common, though it's still useful, just not quite as common. Lunara as main wave clear is a little bit lacking, in my opinion, on Tomb, so probably going to see a different style here from Boogans Forever compared to their last comp. Looking at the side of Tricky Gooses, though, they could probably draft something pretty similar. Though taking both Zool and Deathwing, as well as a tank on Tomb, may be a bit overkill. We'll see. Let's see. Let's get into it. We're going into the draft, and we're going to find out if they've got something new up their sleeves here. Tricky Gooses will have first pick, and thus they have first ban. We'll see if they want to alter that ban strategy at all, or if they have it all scouted out. We're going to see the Tychus once again taken away here by the Gooses. Not wanting to see the Gunner come out. Boogans Forever. What did they ban last time? They did ban Stitches. They banned another damage. I think they banned Vala, if memory serves. Gazebo going to be the ban here from the Gooses, so not interested in playing it themselves. I'd say Tomb. Yeah, there's the Vala ban. I think you could definitely play Nazebo on Tomb, so maybe Tricky Gooses, either they don't have a, they don't have a player that's played Nazebo anytime recently, which is totally understandable, because Nazebo has been nigh unpickable in higher level competitive in very long time. Or that's just not a style they want to play. If they played a very sort of snap engaged style in the last game, and Nazebo doesn't really aid in that. Key gonna bring the first pick Brightwing to the map here for Tricky Gooses. Strong rotational healer, gonna be good at denying dive with that polymorph. Boogans Forever gonna take away the Garrosh Greymane, so doing a little bit of a steal this comp right now. Interesting draft plan. Cambella's on the Greymane. Okay. I'd love to see just like a, you know what I'd love to see with that? I'd love to see a Kael'thas. Give me a Kael'thas Greymane here. That would be awesome. So one thing about this setup here, I was about to say Anduin probably not going to be picked by Tricky Gooses for the saves, but Miniken is going to bring in the Medivh for the saves. Over on the side of Tricky Gooses, Elfboy going to lock in the Hogger here as well. So the other Garrosh counter that we don't get to see terribly often is picked up by Tricky Gooses. Okay. So do we see a Diablo ban? No, we're going to see a Varian ban. Sometimes you see those big Diablo plays alongside Medivh. So Boogans Forever. They've got Garrosh's pretty decent control of the portals, able to throw people away from them. We'll see if they want to pick up some more control in the form of maybe a Malfurion, maybe a Junkrat. Is Anduin going to be removed by Tricky Gooses? Or if they're just not worried about the portals at all. Okay, they're going to go with the Junkrat, non-champion. Going to have that control with the traps and with the mine. And Tompi's going to lock in the Malthael to try to verse this Hogger in the bottom lane. And a Cho'Gall. Tricky Goose is going full meme mode. Birdie locking in the Gall. Duck locking in the Cho. Cho'Gall, Medivh with the Brightwing support. Hogger pretty much the best option you could take in terms of an off-laner slash entirely self-sufficient slash high damage. We're going to have Ana, the choice here for Thundercats, wanting to turn off that Cho'Gall healing, turn off that Brightwing healing as well. Looks like Birdie and Duck happy with their choices. All right. Tricky Goose is bringing the spice. Boogans Forever drafting accordingly. So this could be... I have a feeling this is going to be a bloodbath one way or the other. Is kind of my feeling. Because, like, looking at the comp of Boogans Forever here, on paper, they have all the answers to what Tricky Goose is putting down here. But when it comes to Cho'Gall Medivh, anything can happen. It really, anything can happen. So let's not speculate. Let's find out. And find out we shall. We're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 2 on the left in the blue. Boogans Forever. Bummernot is on the Garrosh. Cambella is on the Greymane. Non-champion playing the Junkrat. Thundercats playing Ana. And Tompiece is on the Malthael. On the right in the red, we have Tricky Gooses. Elfboy is on the Hogger. Key is on the Brightwing. Miniken playing Medivh. Duck and Birdie playing the Cho'Gall. Duckerdee. Taking a look at those level 1 quests, we have the Medivh baseline. Is that Master's Rift? Arcane Rift? Arcane Rift quest. Garrosh going for the Q stacks. World Breaker. War Breaker. One day I'm going to learn what the heck Garrosh's abilities are called. As we start our rotations here, Miniken starting to stack up, already 4 here. Duckerdee able to move on out of there as Medivh had the portal out just in case. Oh, Miniken could be in trouble here. Protect is out, but the portal is down, thrown back into range, and I mean, you know, there's a reset on the stacks, but I feel like Miniken probably not too upset about that particular death when it comes to that quest, as it came at the, the 50-second mark. Still plenty of time to go ahead and stack that up to 40. Checking on our Cho'Gall here. Tom Peace trying to get a little bit of healing off. Malthiel's healing not terribly strong at level 1. Does get better with talents, so that matchup will start to tilt in Boogans' direction in the future. Turns out level 1 Cho'Gall is pretty good. Stompy's once again on the hunt here, looking to apply the mark, but will not be able to do it. Right now, Boogans Forever just trying to trap the members of Tricky Gooses in their lanes, clearing these waves. As Tom Peace once again put a little bit of pressure onto Cho'Gall there. Non-champion, thinking about starting up this camp. Will do so. Right now, Tom Peace is sort of warding a little bit there. Hogger heading to do the back camp for Tricky Gooses. So both teams just kind of getting their macro done. Trying to make sure they're not behind on levels first thing, which is always a good plan here in Heroes of the Storm. Junkrat will almost certainly be noted as missing now. See if Duckirty can actually get down onto the point. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay. I thought that might have been a move straight onto the point there for Tricky Gooses. Alas, it was not. So the bottom lane siege camp will push in there. Junkrat looking like they're setting up the normal trap build there with the Chattering Teeth on 4. We'll see if it is going to be that big as on level 7. Or if it's going to be the Sticky Wicket. I imagine on a map like this, where you're putting your traps, everything's sort of happening within the wave, it's pretty tough to take Sticky Wicket. Having the traps ignore minions is incredibly strong here. 2 members of Tricky Goose is able to turn in on the top side. Only 9 left to turn in. Side of Tricky Goose's. Pushing in a little bit with this wave. Minican and Duckirty trying to deal with this Bruiser camp. Cho'Gall down to half health. We'll get the Scooch on out of there. Bummer not thrown in Elf Boy there, but the unstoppable Hogger will get away. Minican moving right in there as Cambella's. Oh, I thought Greymane might have done a redirect, but does not fly randomly into the back line due to evil magics. You never know with those Medivh portal interactions. Sometimes weird things happen. Non-champion just going ahead and clearing out this bottom lane here as Cho'Gall trying to get as much XP as possible in here. Cambella's with 19 dropping off. Big turn for both sides, very close on their next turn in. Non-champion looking to drop the last 7 here for Boogans Forever, and it looks like the zoning from Bummernot will be good enough, and we're going to have Boogans Forever with the first objective of the game. We'll see what the lane setup is going to be. Looks like non-champion sticking around on the bottom side here. Nice scout by Elf Boy. Going to force Bummernot to move back. It is going to be the big as for Junkrat. Very, very strong zoning capabilities now available to Boogans Forever. Looks like top lane going to be the focus here as Cambella's going straight into Worgen form. Miniken looking to get the movement here as the Protect goes out on a Cho'Gall. Duckirty still taking some serious damage. Brightwing going to come on down before the Grenade of Ona can land. So Cho'Gall gets all that extra healing. And a pretty effective shutdown. The wall does fall, but that's about it on the top side there. Good defense from Tricky Gooses. Hogger clearing away the bottom. The wall's still intact. And right now, pretty even in experience. Tricky Goose is actually a little bit ahead on the minion soak here. On the path to level 10. Hogger working on the bottom camp. We'll see if there's going to be a check here. Duckirty manages to turn in, and we are going to see the next Webweavers on the way. Bummernot on the way down here. Key going to try to help this out. Can Bummernot get onto the point? Oh, actually turning back there. Not going to commit for it. Probably the way to go. I always like to see a full commit on a camp. Just a 5v5 for no particular reason. Those are fun to cast, but that's okay. I'm fine with teams making, you know, prudent decisions as well. Welcome to Prudent Cast, presented by the Crushinator. Siege will be through the mid side. Cambella's trying to get the extra clear here. Bummernot looking to zone at the wall, but the wall already taken down. Moving to the top side with those portals. Tompies having to move back from the wave clear. Elfboy and Miniken just looking to ward on the flank here as Thundercats. Oh, Thundercats could be in trouble here. Sleep Dart comes out onto the Hogger. A little bit of swapperoo there with that Medivh portal. Gritty going straight in, going to get the knockback onto Bummernot. Level 10s are out for both sides. You saw the Twisting Nether. Popped there by Cho'Gall. Elfboy moving in there with... Is that the Hortipult that went out as well? It was. A couple of ults spent on the side of Tricky Gooses for no engage. Looking at the rest of the ults, it is the Leyline Seal there for Medivh, who's currently at 33 stacks on that baseline quest. Only 7 more needed. Boogans looking for their last turn in. Tompies is going to be zoned out, though. Malthael going to have to try on the bottom side. Or at least try after the Bruiser camp has been picked up here on the left. Tricky Goose is already picking up their Bruiser to push through the mid lane. About 6 gems short of their next turn in here. Looking at the ults from Boogans Forever, it is the Nano Boost. We've got a Decimate here from Garrosh. That is the Tormented Souls from Malthael, Riptire, and Cursed Bullet for Greymane and Junkrat. So a couple of lesser picked options. On the side of Boogans Forever, Bummernot in some trouble here. Going to be healed up by Ana, but the Polymorph comes out. There is the Decimate slows, but Garrosh going to go down here. Miniken on 39 stacks of that quest does survive. Elfboy being chased out by Tompies. Tompies looking to get the channel here. Miniken. Oh, Miniken wants it, but not going to get the rift. Only 1 more needed. Ooh, nice polymorph onto the Junkrat tire is going to deny the explosion. Medivh wants it. Miniken wants it. There it is. There's nothing more painful than seeing... Oh, non-champion could be in trouble here. Miniken. Oh, the last auto attack lands, and that's Junkrat down. Nice pickup there by Medivh. I was like, oh, the dodge! But the auto attack was enough. It was enough. So far, no structures down here. Boogans Forever looking to pick up their first structures possibly with this push, but without Junkrat, their siege capabilities significantly reduced. So it looks like the objective just going to be cleared away here. Elfboy moving in there with the Hog Wild, has to Hortipult on back as the rest of the crew was on the way. Junkrat back on the battlefield here as the Web Weaver decimating that sidewall. Leyline Seal comes on out. Miniken able to move back and get back into Raven form, and maybe I spoke too soon. Looks like this could be bottom structure going over to the Boogans. They've lost their objective. Oh, okay, they're going to start to move back here. Unstoppable comes on out to make sure Tompies can escape. Cho'Gall just bulldozing their way through the top side here, actually. Non-champion, not able to do an awful lot about it. And that's first structure going over to Tricky Gooses, kind of a short-handed structure there. Bummernot moving on in there. Level 13s are in for both sides as Hogger looking for Tompies, but Malthael has the Unstoppable to move back to safety. Ooh, Red Web Weavers come on out. Bummernot was looking for the interrupt, gets the throw onto Elfboy. Protect comes out onto Hogger. And Elfboy going to come out basically at full health here. Miniken moved into the back, though. This could be trouble for Medivh. Miniken starting to move back with those Arcane Rifts. Really do hurt when you're hitting 3 at a time. Gets back into the air there before the Honest Sleep Dart can come out. And oh my goodness, the Dread Orb almost getting the last hit there onto Malthael. Bummernot looking to stay alive here, but Garrosh goes down. Tricky Gooses have got themselves the Red Web Weavers, and they're going to start to push in. Working out well here for Tricky Gooses with this setup. See how much push that they can get done. Hogger working on the bottom side fort here, getting that minion wave cleared away. Hopefully get those archers locked onto the fort so it can start to melt away. Pompey's clearing the top side, the rest of the crew not able to get to the bottom lane in time to save the fort. And all forts are now down. Non-champion. I said all forts are down and the mid fort is still up. What a fool I was! Spummer not looking for the extra kill onto Medivh, but he has the save. Man. Medivh Brightwing's pretty good at saving people, I must say. Tricky Gooses working on the mid fort to make my earlier miscall come true. Now all the forts are down, and Tricky Gooses have a large amount of control on the map here. Thinking about a Bruiser invade, they think better of it. Only 6 more gems needed for their next turn-in, as Tompi is trying to freeze this wave here on the top side. Right now, Boogans forever. Deeming it safe to start their camp here on the left. Tricky Gooses working on the other 2 camps. Bottom side siege has been taken. This Cho'Gall working on the top side here. Cho'Gall, yeah, the Dread Orb stun on 16. It's going to do a lot of work in helping to control the Garrosh. Miniken just going to fly on over here. Check things out. Boogans forever missing their level 16s. As mid is cleared away. Only 3 more gems needed for the next turn-in. See if they can step up and get him here. Elf Boy looking to move forward. And there they go. All gems required are now in their possession. They're moving back to turn in. Miniken gonna have to turn in as well, though. Heading down to the bottom side, making sure Duckirty is just fine. See if Miniken goes for the turn-in, and will do so. And that's going to be Tricky Gooses with a 3rd turn-in of the game. And that was all of their gems, so if they don't get themselves a keep here, they kind of left themselves with a long path to their next advantage. So if Boogans Forever can put up a strong defense here, they could possibly find a way back into this game. Tricky Gooses is going to put on the pressure here on the top side, because they want this keep. Farmer not going to move forward here, looking for a throw. Polymorph from Brightwing is going to deny that advance. And the whole crew is here. Malthael trying to clear out the bottom side, trying to clear out the mid, just get those minion waves cleared away. Junkrat doing a good job of clearing this objective from range as the Dread Orb comes on out with the stun. Campbellas is locked on to the objective as well. This could be a strong defense here. Top is cleared away. There's the Medivh coming on out, trying to look for Tompies on the bottom side. Tormented Souls is popped. Malthael is going to survive for now. Turnaround. Not going to be enough. But it looks like all the keeps are going to survive. That's a win here for the Boogans. No catapults to deal with. Miniken going in there, getting a little bit of damage onto non-champion before moving away. Still sort of aiming for a keep here, our Tricky Gooses. The pressure in the mid is in. You see the Junkrat traps. Just trying to zone away. Possibly an invade on this camp, but not up for another minute or so here. Miniken just hovering, just trying to keep an eye on where the Boogans are. The rest of the squad here just keeping these waves pushed in, looking for any sort of opportunity to jump on a structure. Tompi's sitting on 44, Cambella's on 30, Thundercats 15 gems. Junkrat on 8. Can they find a way to move in for the turn-in? Miniken is just going to stay on top of them here. Hogger working on the bottom camp here is going to scoot on out of there. So that will help the Boogans alleviate a little bit of pressure in the bottom lane, but Cho'Gall wants this top keep. Duckirty going to move in there See if there's going to be a response in time from Tompiece, already down to half health here. Duckirty going to go ahead and back off, thinking the rest of the crew is in. Alas, Tompiece with the tomfoolery. Uh-oh, this could be a cutoff here. Medivh wants a portal. There's the save from the Brightwing, able to get out. Bummernot still on the chase here. Medivh portal is down. There's the late line seal. Will secure the escape. Good attempt there from the Boogans to find their fight opportunity before 20, but Tricky Gooses now have their Storm tier advantage. Still 19 gems needed for the next wave on the side of Tricky Gooses. Miniken is going to see this camp being taken. Rest of the team not available to engage, as they're on their own bruiser camp here on the right-hand side. Boogans forever. They're starting to push back on the map here, but with Medivh constantly overhead, there's not really a move that they can make that isn't telegraphed. So they're just going to have to try to soak out their 20s. Miniken back into that Raven form, trying to ferry the team on forward, or at least ferry themselves on backward. Right now, the Boogans are pretty much just waiting for 20 here. That's all they can truly do. Bruiser camp in the mid can be quickly cleared away. We're in a little bit of a stalemate right now. Possibly going to be broken by the boss. Right now, Cho'Gall and Hogger are working on that. Miniken dropping out of Raven form there in the mid, but boss already down to half health. Garrosh moving around the top side. Can he get there in time? Bummernot is mounted. It's got to go in fast. Garrosh sees it, but not going to be able to move in there. Boss is taken. They might be able to just take this fight, though. Polymorph is out. Duckirty wants to go in there. Level 20 is in for the Boogans. Extra stuns come on out. Knockback as well. Garrosh staying alive. Leyline Seal onto 2. Twisting Nether not going to connect here off the Leyline Seal. Boogans forever have a chance here. Hogger is low. Elfboy is down. Miniken on the backline starting to move through. Cho'Gall is super, super low, but look at those Dread Orb stuns. Thundercats on the chase. Great polymorph. Boss is going to clean up this top keep, though. Boogans nearly got the wipe there. They're going to have the opportunity to turn in and try to push back. Duckirty moving forward here. Moving very aggressively here in the mid. Cho'Gall. Oh gosh, Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall, where are you going, buddy? Div is in the area. Bummernot is searching. Here's the portal going to come on out. Junkrat. Oh, didn't have the knockback. So Miniken moving on in there. Oh, Decimate barely not in time, as the objectives are going to push down the lane here for Boogans forever. See what they can do to try to get back on the map. They're down to 2 structures. The first 6 structures on the side of Tricky Gooses. Miniken barely able to get back into the air once again, playing a very strong Medivh here this game. But the Boogans really, really want to fight. Any sort of delay favors Tricky Gooses right now. They're happy to just sit back and clear passively. Sleep Dart comes on out. Bummernot going to move in. There's the throw into the backside. Can Miniken get away here? Medivh with a giant Leyline Seal is able to get into the air. Oh, heartbreak for Boogans forever, as they almost had the kill there. They claim the top fort. Cho'Gall is just pushing down the bottom lane. Boogans forever, they see that. They're going to try to move in here. Hogger with the unstoppable move back. Cho'Gall going to just pick up this bottom structure, though. Maybe, kind of, sort of. There it goes down. There it goes. Looking for their next turn in here. Cho'Gall not in the area. Boogans, this is their opportunity. Portal comes on out. Thundercats trying to get 2 in. There's the unstoppable from Hogger. Elfboy able to get away. Boogans have their next turn in available. This is the only momentum that they're going to be able to use. If they don't manage to get anything off this or the next turn in, they're going to be out of gas as well. Boogans looking around on the top side here. Bummernot trying to stay mounted, but will be dismounted by that rolling orb. Here come the objectives. Bottom side catapults will be denied by that Web Weaver. Mid lane push is going to be aided by Tom Piece on the Malthael. Will the anti-siege of Cho'Gall be enough here? Is Junkrat going to put in that spread volley? Cambella's is locked in, splashing those auto attacks past the tower. But the objective is cleared away, and Boogans Forever forced to back off. Mid structure, Tom Piece has to back away here as Duckirty was on the hunt. Mid push going to be cleared out. Does still manage to take out the fort though. So that'll even up the catapult pressure in the mid lane here for the Boogans. They'll get some periodic catapults in the bottom lane as well. So the map pressure, they've, it's not fully evened out, but they're starting to even it out for sure. Down to 61% health on their own core, though. Cho'Gall just does so much core damage on their own in this late game. Miniken staying on top of these rotations. Bottom Web Weaver basically going to expire down here. Boogans looking for another turn-in. I don't think they have enough. They're 11 short. 11 short of their next turn-in. Tricky Gooses do have enough for their next turn-in. Tom Piece picking up a couple there. Only 7 more required. Cambella's picking up a couple here. Miniken going for the interrupt. Ooh. Non-champion can't quite get the knockback there. Medivh going to go into the air. But Bummernot and Thundercats managed to drop their gems. 11 more required. I see 6 turned in. 5 left. But Bruiser Camp was picked up by Tricky Gooses. Man, this is tense. Another long, intense game here between these two teams. Bruiser Camp going to have to be dealt with here by Boogans Forever. Malthael coming up to try to handle that. Junkrat has the traps on the top point. Elfboy looking to turn in 12 on the bottom side. That's not going to quite be enough, but it'll help. It'll help. But the rest, Cho'Gall is basically holding the rest of the gems here. Duckirty with the view on the top side. Oh, we're going to have a turn in. Boogans have it. Elfboy not able to get the interrupt on the bottom side. Boogans Forever. This is their chance. This is their opportunity to try to push forward for victory. Next and basically only other viable opportunity would be go for a boss steal, and versus a Medivh Cho'Gall, that's going to be a very tall order. Cho'Gall maybe? Oh my gosh, Cho'Gall's backdooring core. Duckirty and Key are on the way. Boogans Forever are pressing forward in the top lane. Cho'Gall shows in lane. Are we going to see backs here? Non-champion and Bummernot heading on back to base. Duckirty is on the core. Hogger on the way as well. Here comes the team. Key is going to get the heal there. Duckirty and Key are forced to back off. Bummernot going to get the throw into the background. Key just buying some time here. Tom Piece was on the chase. Brightwing starting to move back. Non-champion going to get the kill there onto Brightwing. Miniken taking some damage there on the top side as well. Top keep is going to go down to this pressure. Mid keep taking some pressure as well, but Elfboy is in range to clear. Boogans Forever trying to catch up. This mid keep is already down to half health. With Brightwing down, this could be an opportunity. Boogans Forever might go for a win here. They're going to press forward, and it looks like they're going to try. 30 seconds without Brightwing. Objective is cleared away, and they're going to press forward. Tom Piece is moving on to the core here. Duckirty looking for an opportunity, wanting to find those stuns. The poke coming out and out. Cambella's is on the core. There's Elfboy in the background trying to get Greymane off of the point here. Cambella's still taking a ton of damage. There's a curse bullet out. Elfboy in trouble. Hogger's going to go down. The Boogans have the core shielding off. Here comes Duckirty, 50% on the core. Cho'Gall trying to save it. There's the sleep molten block coming on out, 20% on the core. And Boogans Forever somehow find a way to turn it around. Their last ditch effort. Take the 2-0. GG. Holy cow. They had that was basically their last chance. to try to win that game. Otherwise, it was going to have to go to like 40 minutes. That was their last set of gems. That was their last gasp at being able to stop just a Cho'Gall rush down on the core. A great pullback. They get the kill onto Brightwing and manage to make their way in for the victory. What a back and forth there. You got to give it up to Tricky Gooses, though. They took this comp and they played it very, very effectively throughout that game. They were moments away from getting just enough kills to push down that third keep, push down the core past that 61% mark. Very, very well played, but this time it is Boogans Forever who come out ahead. Taking a look at the damage. Very, very high damage in that 25.5-minute game there. Cambella's 43,500 hero damage there from the Greymane, but look at those siege numbers. Almost 200,000 on 3 members there. Same here on the right-hand side. Gall, almost 243,000 siege damage. Only 4 kills apiece that game. The saves, it wasn't really, you know, there weren't a lot of big clashing fights. It was all about zone control. It was all about macro. Really, really interesting game there. Nicely done. Put the talents up on the screen. Update the scoreboard and see if we can get ourselves an interview with our victors. Victors. Alright, let's head on over. Let's go to lobby 2. See if we can get ourselves a member from Boogans Forever. Tom Peace, welcome. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Not the most standard 2-0 in the world. Very, very close both games there. Towers of Doom and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Looking at game number 1 to start things off there. Man, so you're going into the Garrosh Deathwing. Very, very strong front line. You've got the Lunara Li Ming poke there. Is that a comp that you're used to being able to run with that pair? Or is that sort of a Lunara got buffed, let's test her out sort of setup?
Yeah, I'd say a little bit of that. We really haven't played much of her or Li Ming for that matter, but Non-Champ's a really good Li Ming, and he's like, I wanna get this in and see how it goes, and it worked out well, and Lunara was a really good compliment for it. So yeah, it was a good game. They was really close, game 1.
Very, very close there. Super back and forth. You were trying to get the double soak match there versus Zool, which is a pretty tough thing to go about there. What sort of communication do you need in that sort of setup where the clear speed is clearly in the opponent's favor? What sort of rotations need to come on out there? What sort of attention needs to be paid in those instances?
Yeah, so I mean that's what Zool does really well, is he just clears probably faster than anybody and can push you in. But when you have the Haka, you have the global, so you just try to, like, that's kind of why you draft that there, and you try to get as much advantage from that as you can, which it's like you see Zool rotate top and he's catching that wave. It's like, now I have an opportunity to Z bottom if they push up too far, which I don't think we got to do as much as maybe we wanted to, but it did work out pretty well. So he's gonna have the upper hand on the soak and be ahead there, but we've got the global. So
okay, yeah, I mean, we saw that global presence to Haka trying to just dive past that super heavy front line to get into the back there. It seemed like the game plan was definitely remove the Garrosh, go after the Stukov. Did you feel like once you had that, the fights were in your favor, or were there still a couple of hot spots to avoid in those engagements?
Yeah, no pun intended with the hot spots. Deathwing was melting us, and that was why Thunder took the Salvation, which it does work out well. But Minnie was doing, or I should say Ken was doing a really good job on Garrosh, just kind of zoning him out and getting some of those double throws, and he played a really good game, so he made it tough on us, and that was definitely my goal, was to be as annoying as I could in the back line and see how it went from there. So it ended up working out in the end.
Absolutely. Picking up the nail-biter victory there on Towers of Doom. Moving into Tomb of the Spider Queen, a slightly different style. Coming on out from Tricky Gooses there for sure. If I recall correctly, this isn't a novel comp for them. This might be something they've run in previous seasons. Was that a draft that was in the back of your mind at all through the draft screen?
Well, last week we played against Cho'Gall on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and we had a very bad last week. And so I think when Liddell came out with some of those his power rankings, which we all loved to look at, he was kind of talking about the meme there with us kind of struggling against meme comps. And so my assumption and our assumption was that they probably were picking up on that and thought we might struggle against it, which you know it was one of those games where it was super close, but the final score was 4-4 in kills, and it was like super passively played. Um, kind of really by both teams at times. So yeah, we think that's why that they did it, and we were kind of like fool me once here, and that's all, shame on me or whatever the saying is, but we're not going to let that happen again. So
it was man, I mean, pretty much from the point where you had both keeps down, it seemed like there was one path to victory, and that was triple turn in. And you managed to actually do it, which the amount of control you were able to exhibit on the map with the Medivh constantly above your head must have been very difficult. Were you working towards that path to victory at that point, or did you feel like there was an opportunity possibly to catch them out more than you were able to?
yeah, it's so hard because we know we have like the NATO Malthael is kind of our win condition here, is trying to get that going, and trying to find them in spots where they couldn't really retreat, which Medivh kind of does that for them anywhere they are. So it was definitely really hard to figure out how we wanted to take those fights, but we were just trying to take it as slow as we could because we knew at one point they were quite a far ahead of us in soak, and if we kept pushing waves out, we were gonna just give them 20 and it would be impossible for us to catch up. So we just tried later on to kind of freeze the lanes and catch up to 20 there and take a 20 fight and win. And we knew we had a bunch of good gems stored, like you mentioned. So we had the 3 turn-ins in a row, and yeah, it was just when it gets to that point in the game, it's kind of like a mind game. And we had a feeling they might try to rush core, and they did. So we made some good plays.
Yeah, very nice sense there to be looking on the map for the Cho'Gall to go back. I mean, it's like you were saying, like the Cho'Gall Ana is kind of the full-on 100 to 0 your core setup. Yeah. But, the Brightwing there definitely was helping out, but very well timed backs there. Get the kill onto Brightwing and managed to fight your way across the map for a 2-0 victory. It was very well fought. Nicely done.
Thank you very much. Definitely felt good after the way we played last week. We were just disappointed in ourselves. We felt like we were just completely just not on the same page for whatever the reasons are, and sometimes it's like that. So it feels good to have some good games here.
Very nicely played. Looking forward in the schedule. It's been this is a pretty competitive division here in Division A. A lot of looking at the standings here, a lot of teams pretty close in the points. Are there any teams you're looking forward to facing? Any old rivalries to be rekindled in the next few weeks here in NGS?
We got a lot of friends, I feel like, in this division. So we got some of the guys on Tactical Feed. Under new management, we've been playing with Liddell and Sneaky Glades and Feldroth. A lot of those guys, AG Silver, we've been playing with a lot of them for the last couple of years. And yeah, I mean, it's just always fun to play with them because and even the team we just played here with Tricky Goose is like a lot of really good people that we play in houses with and talk to frequently. So yeah, I'd say those 2 teams, but it's it's enjoyable. It's nice to have friends throughout the league.
Fantastic. All right, final question. Still looking at the standings. How do you pronounce the team M Naval?
You know what? That's
do you go with the M Naval or do you try to go with a Naval?
I do the M Naval.
All right.
But you know what? That makes man. Now you got me thinking.
I look at it. I'm like, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong.
Have we asked them?
I haven't cast them yet because that's going to be my first question when I finally get to cast their team. Is please tell me how to say your team name.
Well, I'll be tuning into that cast. So
fantastic. All right, Tom Peace, thank you so much for coming to join me. The floor is yours. Any final shout outs you'd like to make before we close out?
Yeah, man. Shout out definitely to you, not only for casting, but for the reason that you're doing the offline cast today. I think that's a really good really cool thing that you're doing with the day off Twitch, and a lot of attention needs to go to that. So really cool that you decided to do that, and I'm glad that you still took our game. And then just the rest of the team. These guys are awesome. Love playing with them. So
Fantastic. All right. Once again, congrats on the 2-0 and good luck going forward in the season.
thanks, Crush. I'll see you soon.
See ya.